Straight ahead on 12 News, how Robbinsdale schools want to expand pre-kindergarten programs.
It's just laying the foundation for all future learning.
Then, working out for everyday life, the exercises you can do to preserve functional fitness. But first, complaints about drinking water, what Brooklyn Center is doing to improve the taste. 12 News starts right now. Hello, everyone, and thanks for joining us. Some residents in Brooklyn Center are voicing concern because of their water. While engineers say the water is safer than it has ever been, there are lingering concerns over how it looks and tastes. Reporter Sonia Goins looked into the matter.
I do childcare, so I think about water, and I have children and I have pets, so I think about water all the time.
Marty Bragg is worried about the water coming out of her tap.
That just doesn't look very appealing for drinking. You see how cloudy it is?
After a few minutes, it clears up, and this is what happens when she turns on the hot water.
Look at that. I don't want to drink it. And I don't want to cook with it.
Marty says her water woes started this year after the city opened its new water treatment facility.
They're telling us that it's going to, that it's better and that this new system is safe, and I'm believing them, but when I see my water so cloudy coming out of the tap, it's kind of hard to believe that. How's your water?
Mine's great, but I filter at the house as well.
Mayor Tim Wilson has heard from residents who are a little hot over the H2O. Some say the water smells.
The process that's recommended by the engineers to take the ammonia out of the water, that's where the smell is coming from in some houses.
And some residents say their water is brown looking.
That brown, flaky material is actually manganese coming from their pipes. That has built up over the years before we put the treatment plant in.
The city built a nearly $20 million water treatment facility to address concerns about large amounts of manganese coming from underground wells.
Babies, young people, drinking that water is where a lot of the health risk is.
The city has since fixed the problem and is using a chemical to break down the residual manganese in homeowners' pipes.
Right now, the water from a purity standpoint is the purest it's ever been in Brooklyn Center. The manganese is totally gone.
Meanwhile, engineers will continue to tweak chemicals to get the chlorine smell out of the water. City leaders say they've had about 64 complaints. In the future, they plan on surveying residents to get a better idea of water quality. In Brooklyn Center, Sonia Goins, 12 News.
The city is asking for patience while they work on the water treatment system. They also are encouraging residents to contact them if they have water concerns. Well, the city of Brooklyn Park has begun the process to fill a vacant city council seat. John Jordan, who represented the West District, resigned last month after buying a home outside the city. On Monday night, the city council voted to declare the seat vacant. Per city charter, the council now has 45 days to appoint someone to fill the remainder of Jordan's term, which runs through the end of the year. The council could also just wait and appoint the person who was elected this November. Susan Faw and Amy Hansen are running for the West District seat. Crystal Airport officials are gathering public input to help decide the future of the airport. Crystal Airport sees about 40,000 takeoffs and landings per year, and that ranks it in the top 10 busiest airports in the state. Metropolitan Airports Commission officials told the Brooklyn Park City Council there are no plans to close the airport, something that was considered 9 years ago. Instead, there are plans to close 2 runways and possibly improve the 2 remaining runways. 2 public meetings are planned to gather input. The first is Tuesday, September 27th at the Crystal Community Center. The Robbinsdale School Board is looking at ways to grow its pre-kindergarten programs. It was a key topic of discussion at Monday night's board meeting. We get more from Eric Nelson.
And I think that we have a program that is set up for success, and we can see that success through our data.
In the Robbinsdale School District, they are singing the praises of preschool programs.
We'd love to have pre-K funding for all 4-year-olds.
District officials crunched the numbers and discovered that kids who have a preschool background are more ready to learn their ABCs.
Starting kindergarten now, they know their letters, names, sounds, counting to 50, how to write their name, and many are already reading.
In Robbinsdale, there were 600 kids enrolled in pre-K programs in the 2014-2015 school year. and 30% of the kindergarten students had gone to pre-K.
They knew how to be a student, they knew how to stand in line, all the things we take for granted as first grade teachers and up. These kids knew how to be successful at being students.
School officials say it is obvious who has been to preschool and who has not.
The idea of lining up, the idea of taking turns, that's not something they've ever had to do unless they have many siblings.
They're getting really a great start in life. It's amazing to see what they're learning and accomplishing in the classrooms.
There are currently 12 preschool sites in the district. Ultimately, Robbinsdale wants preschool classes in every building.
Our biggest dream of all dreams is that we were able to connect with all families, have their children in our programs, and build community amongst every single family in the district.
Of course, the challenge is funding.
I think it's going to happen. I think that we're on our way.
Robbinsdale is hoping to get more state money for pre-K in the future. They believe everyone benefits, especially students coming from families of need.
It's just laying the foundation for all future learning.
I'm Eric Nelson, Channel 12 News.
Well, Plymouth gets a new grocery store addition this week. Wednesday is the grand opening of Fresh Thyme Farmers Market. It's located southeast of Highway 55 in Vicksburg Lane. Fresh Thyme offers a smaller shopping setting with a focus on locally sourced fruits and vegetables. Some new development could be coming to the north central part of Maple Grove. A developer is proposing construction of 2 retail buildings on vacant land east of the Zachary Square Shopping Center, where Parnassus Charter School is located. Possible retail tenants could include a sandwich shop, coffee shop, or financial services. Maple Grove Planning Commission is recommending approval of the preliminary plans. Coming up, exercises for everyday life. We will explain functional fitness next in Health Check. Then later, after a great start, the Hopkins volleyball team is ready for the tough Lake Conference schedule. We catch up with them in sports. But first, a nice September day on tap on Wednesday. Upper 60s and sunny. Think about the moves that your body performs every day. Things like getting out of a chair or carrying groceries. Well, there are exercises designed to train and develop your muscles to perform those everyday activities known as functional fitness. In today's Health Check, Elaine Cleveland shows us a functional fitness program known as Alpha Training.
All right, Amanda, 3 repetitions. Core tight, dip and drive.
Going to the gym is one thing, but making the most of your time there can be another challenge altogether.
Nice, lock out, bring it down, walk it forward.
That's not an issue for Amanda Comer.
Trainers are amazing. They keep us focused and keep us driving to be even better than we were before.
You got this, Amanda. Give me 1 good rep. All right, ready?
Amanda's trips to the gym consist of Alpha Training,
Core tight.
the most intense program Lifetime offers.
Deep breaths, you got this.
Alpha Training is what we would call the evolution of functional fitness. So we incorporate a lot of Olympic lifting, gymnastics, and body weight movements.
8, there you go.
It's a program that focuses on speed, power, strength, and endurance.
7.
All while doing movements we perform every day.
Getting up out of a chair, squatting, pulling doors open, it's your everyday movements and you're incorporating them, so we want to make sure that you stay functional throughout the rest of your life.
So what we're looking at here is our alpha workout of the day. So oftentimes we always start with mobility of some sort.
Ryan Buzart is Amanda's personal trainer. Alpha Training exercises vary from day to day, but this particular workout begins with a shoulder press.
3 deep breaths, then go.
And then transitions to a push press.
5 more.
Followed by the rowing machine.
Last 30 meters, you got this.
With each set, the weights get progressively heavier.
All right, ready?
Midway through, I was like, I can't do this. I have to stop. And then when you do it and you complete it, there's no better feeling after the end.
That feeling of accomplishment is what motivates Amanda to push herself every day.
I started off 3 years ago at Lifetime, and I've lost 100 pounds. I wanted to get the strength too on top of the weight loss. So this gave me motivation to keep coming back and keep me driving to be better.
Alpha Training drives her to be better, and in the process sets her up for long-term success.
Become a stronger person because of it, and inside and out. So
In Plymouth, Elaine Cleveland, 12 News.
Alpha Training is designed for groups of 2 to 6 people, and there is a cost associated with the program. In fact, a national Alpha Showdown competition will take place at the Lifetime Fitness in Chanhassen on September 23rd and 24th. Well, coming up, Robbinsdale turns downtown into party town. But first, the Hopkins volleyball team is off to a strong start this season. John Jacobson has that and more next in sports. There is no shortage of really good volleyball teams, I understand, in Northwest Metro. And you know what happens when they meet each other? That's going to be a really good game.
Clash of the Titans Tuesday night. The Hopkins volleyball team is unbeaten in 5 matches. They are ranked 5th this week in the Class 3A state rankings. The Royals are ready for conference play and a tough opener.
7 regulars are back from a Hopkins volleyball team that reached the state tournament a year ago. Mix in a handful of new players to varsity, the Royals have meshed well together in their unbeaten start.
We have pretty good leaders on our team, so I think it's been pretty easy for the younger players to pick up kind of what it's like to be on varsity and help the team out. So.
Among the players to watch for this year are veteran senior outside hitters Greta Werner and Jasmine Martin. Martin is verbally committed to playing at the U of M. They'd like to help push the team to another state tournament appearance.
It's definitely a motivation again because last year we made it to state, but I think this year our goal is again to make it to state, but this year we hope to be really successful at the state tournament.
Hopkins gets its first big challenge of the season Tuesday night when the Royals open late conference play at Wayzata. The Trojans are ranked 4th in Class 3A.
You just gotta really push through the whole game. Like, it's not gonna be easy. We're gonna have to fight. They're not gonna give us anything, so we gotta play our best.
And they have some really talented seniors, and it'll be tough to stop them, so I think it'll be a pretty good matchup.
Our defense will be a big part of that because they have some strong hitters and their setter runs a really fast offense, so we just have to be ready to defend and hit the floor for balls and go for everything.
You can see the Tuesday night match between Hopkins and Wayzata live tonight, Tuesday, on Channel 12 and our HD channel, 799, and online at 12.tv. The match also replays Wednesday night at 7 and Thursday morning at 10. Another volleyball team in the area that expects to have a strong season is Osseo. On this week's season premiere of Sports Jam on Channel 12, Jay Wilcox profiles the Orioles' Tina Boe. Here's a clip from that story.
If it seems like middle hitter Tina Boe has been around for a long time in the Osseo volleyball program, it's because she has been. She's determined to savor her 5th varsity season.
I love this program just from the bottom of my heart, and it's been so many years, and you just never really expect that last year to come around, and then when it does, it just makes you appreciate it that much more.
Her game has grown over the years, certainly, but the physical skills aren't the biggest change.
I would say my mental game has gone up a lot. I mean, obviously, as you grow older and more, you have more volleyball experience, comes more volleyball IQ, but mostly just being able to bounce back from mistakes and just be resilient and level-headed.
While she's a great blocker, leading the state last fall, and an awe-inspiring hitter, there's much more that makes Boe one of the state's premier players.
You can see the rest of the Tina Boe story and more on the season premiere of Sports Jam. It's on through Wednesday at 3:30, 6:30, and 9:30 p.m. Again on Channel 12, 799, and also a website, 12.tv. Hopkins won the state Class AA boys cross country title a season ago. The Royals are one of 3 local teams ranked in the top 10 so far this fall. Wayzata is ranked 1st this week. The Trojans won the state title in both 2013 and 2014. Edina is ranked 2nd with Maple Grove 3rd. Minneapolis, Washburn, and Mounds View round out the top 5. Hopkins is ranked 9th. Maple Grove's Alex Miley, Hopkins' Seth Eliason, Khalid Hussein of Wayzata, and Totino Grace's Kevin Gato are all ranked in the top 10 individuals in Class AA. Edina's girls are ranked 1st in Class 2A. The Hornets won the state last year. Wilmer is ranked 2nd with Wayzata 3rd. Trojans won state titles in 2012, 13, and 14. 2 more late conference schools, Minnetonka and Eden Prairie, are ranked 4th and 5th. Hopkins is 12th. J.C. Thompson of Wayzata is the only local girl ranked in the top 12 individuals. And that's a look at sports for today, Mike.
All right, thank you very much. Well, now to local vote 2016 and a race for state representative. Joyce Peppin is a high-ranking Republican in the House. She is running for her 7th term in office in District 34A, and that covers part of Maple Grove, Dayton, and Rogers. She faces DFL challenger David Craig, who says education is a key issue.
Hi, I'm Joyce Peppin, and I've had the privilege of representing Maple Grove, Rogers, and Dayton as the Majority Leader in the Minnesota House of Representatives. I'm seeking your vote this election to continue to work on the priorities you've told me are important. Tax reform to create good jobs and to allow you to keep more of what you earn. Fair and balanced education funding that puts kids first. Transportation improvements to shorten your commute, and to protect critical services for our seniors, veterans, and the disabled. It's an honor to serve the northwest suburbs of the capital, and I welcome your comments and ideas, which you can share with me on my website, joycepeppin.com. I respectfully ask for your vote. Thank you.
Hi, I'm David Craig, a young professional project manager and dad of 2 young boys. I grew up in Plymouth, Minnesota, and live in Maple Grove. This is where we're raising our boys and where our community energy is focused. I'm running for state representative in 34A, Maple Grove, Rogers, and Dayton. I'm passionate about improving our communities and our state. I'm committed to improving our quality of life now and for our kids and their kids. I want to begin with a positive tone as it takes cooperation, compromise to get good things done. My 4 priorities are the economy, education, transportation, and renewable energy. I'm just a regular Dave. I'm just like you with a deep caring for family and community. Please help me make Minnesota a better place for us all moving forward. Please connect with me at Dave Craig for mnhouse.com. Please support me Tuesday, November 8th. I'll represent you with integrity, common sense, leadership, and accountability. Thank you.
On Wednesday on 12 News, we will hear from the 2 candidates running for the State House district that covers the other half of Maple Grove. Still ahead, a tasty way to get to know your neighbors. We'll be right back. Now finally, Birdtown turns Main Street into a party for the neighbors. Robbinsdale held its annual meet and greet Monday night, hosted by the Robbinsdale Chamber of Commerce. It's a way for the city to celebrate its businesses and help residents enjoy a nice September evening. Dozens of local merchants participated, including the ones from its so-called Eat Street.
Now that Robbinsdale is getting to be kind of a foodie mecca, we thought it would be a fun way also to connect with our neighbors by handing out samples from our restaurants in town.
Some of the tasty handouts included wood fire pizza by Mama Donato's, pork sliders from the Lodge Stage 81, and iced coffee from First Crack Cafe. And don't forget the gelato from Nana Rosa's. Man, that's all good stuff.
Good food, yeah.
That'll do it. That's it for now. Thanks for joining us, everyone.
We'll see you back here again Wednesday, starting at 4.